Hello, Shit here. So, in this video I'm gonna ask a question, which is, let me start with an example. So, if I have a right angle triangle like this, and I'm given theta equals the theta, the angle which is opposite to the 90 degree angle. So if it is given 30 degrees, and I'm given the two values, the base, which is anything x, and theta equals 30 degrees. So in order to find the other two sides, perpendicular and hypotenuse, I already need to know what is sine 30 degrees, because sine 30 degrees is the ratio between perpendicular and hypotenuse. So I already have to know sine 30 degrees. But what if I don't? Is there a formula for example, like a squared plus b squared is equals c squared, in which if you're given two values a and b, which are the sides of a right angle triangle, you can easily find c, which is the hypotenuse, and well, other variables if you're given two. But in the other case, if you're given the other two values which are different, like you're given the angle theta and one side, you were given these two values, so, and you have to find the other two sides. For example, you were given base and theta, so you have to find the other two sides, which are perpendicular and hypotenuse. Well, how can you find, for example, theta equals 30 degrees, so how are you going to find the perpendicular and hypotenuse without knowing sine 30 degrees, which is 1 by 2? Because if you already know sine 30 degrees, you can find easily 1 by 2. You can let the variables equals 1k and 2k, and easily find the both sides. But if you haven't, well, in my brain, I have no way of finding, if I'm thrown in the middle of jungle and I have to find the two sides of the triangle, and well, my life depends on it, then I won't be able to exactly the exact value of the both sides. If I'm given theta and the base, I will not be able to find the other two sides exactly. So is there a relation between these four things: theta, and theta, base, perpendicular, and hypotenuse? Is there a relation between these four, like between A, B, and C, perpendicular, base, and hypotenuse? There is relation. It's going to be represented by a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But if you add the theta, that angle, well, if you want to find sine theta, you can just draw an angle, just a right angle triangle with theta, the value of theta, and then you can draw any base, and then you can find the ratio between the perpendicular and hypotenuse, and you might get an approximate value between those two, and you'll find sine theta. But isn't there a formula like a squared and b squared equals c squared? Isn't there a formula in which I can just find the other two sides just by having the theta and any other side, like hypotenuse? Okay, isn't there a formula? Tell me.